days, I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Go now, Ken Lobo.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Blue draw quarters. Hey, wahoo!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding Green complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Go.
Jump.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On first down, Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to John Ross. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Alpha.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Now.
Hey, watch this.
Be careful.
Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Here we go. Any weapon?
First and 10
Hey,
at the
Delta.
14-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Bandit.
Look. Squeeze. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
218, chop it. Get it.
2nd and long. Open man is Hill. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Matchbox lights.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. We're scoreless after 1. Boswell's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. It's a gator. Come on, dude. 59 mark. Check, 59.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
24-yard line.
Here we go. Now the wolf. It's 59. Like the 59. Hey, D-back,
Here's Brissett. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? 50, plant. General West, Bravo.
That's going to be a long day. Back. Wide.
Hard. Yes. Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 25. Watch the edge.
Gone.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
He's checking crack.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side, Coleman. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, Bissett. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's caught by Hollister. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brissett. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Fresno. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 9. Hey, alert 3. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
8, read.
27. I'm coming.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, exit. Sleep rip, sleep rip.
Out of the gun now on third down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
132 fighter.
Check three, check three, check three. Switch, switch, switch. Bang, 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 bang. Shift, watch the shift.
Rock it. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Hey, get it.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Sack. Got him.
Let it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, it's all right. Mike 4. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike 4. Pick it up. Pick it up. Slam. Check safety, check safety.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. First down, Brissett. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Deuce.
80 weapon.
Watch 98 to Mike. Coming.
Hey, foxtrot. Go.
2nd and 11. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch. Yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Smooth.
Check right, 27.
2nd and 13. Finds his tight end Ingram. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 4. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike 4. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Leo.
24. Check 24. Check 3. Check 3.
Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, every day.
They will run again with Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have the receivers on lockdown.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike.
They'll look to throw here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Ready?
Back to throw. And able to find Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Switch.
Squeeze.
Check
5.
Check 43.
Hard. Get it.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. Maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Brissett now. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing. Brissett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event...
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Check 24, check 24.
Go on.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down throw for Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Brissett to throw on first. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play fake, Brissett. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They come out here in the eye. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jacob Hollister, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Go! 8-3.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are in defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's
Shoot.
And they take a knee.